I'm George, and here's my wife, Vivian. We are Shirley's parents. Thank you for coming today to join us on this wedding ceremony for David and Shirley. So first of all, I want to thank Lisa for raising such a smart and handsome groom, David. We are thrilled having David being part of our family now. Thank you. I also want to thank my wife, Vivian, who has always given tireless support to Shirley. When Shirley and David studied at the UCSF medical school, every Saturday or Sunday morning, she always wake up early in the morning and cook full meals. Then we drove from our home in South Bay all the way to the city in San Francisco to have a DoorDash delivery. So for Shirley, it's such a pleasure of raising you and watching you grow and make a lot of achievements at each step of your life journey. You always also help us growing together and learning along the way with us. It's such a rewarding experience for us. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Vivian, Shirley's mom. I would like to thank you, all of you, for coming to celebrate David's and Shirley's wedding. Today is a big day because they have become husband and wife. I am so happy to see that Shirley has found her true love. David is smart, handsome, caring, and responsible. You make Shirley happy and laugh. We have 2 daughters. Now we have a son. David, welcome to our family. Now today, I am standing here and wish you love and cherish each other.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's raise a glass and have a toast for David and Shirley. Cheers! 干杯!
David Maga.
My name is Lisa Su. I am the mother of the groom. Thanks from my heart to all our dear relatives and friends. Thank you very much for being here. The day the groom was born, he was just like this size. So cute. Now, he is this size. This size. I feel grateful to see him grow into a responsible, caring, and motivated gentleman. I am so happy you have found your soulmate. I'm so proud of you, David. What a beautiful, smart, confident young lady you brought to me to be my daughter-in-law. Welcome, Shirley, to the Su family. I wish that you will have a happy and lifelong marriage together. Let's toast to Shirley and David.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, one more round of applause for parents.
Hi, David. Hi, Shirley. Friends, family, guests. Hi. That's actually the theme of this little first toast, just the word hi. Something low-key, not grandiose, not big, but something also that connects people, a greeting. And I think it's quite fitting for this ceremony and for these two people that are being brought together. David and I first said hi to each other 12 years ago. We were both cleaning toilets and cleaning bathrooms as part of a program called Dorm Crew. Woo! 8 years later, in 2018, Shirley and I first said hi. When David and Shirley and Marissa were hosting me in San Francisco while they were in the throes of medical school at UCSF. UCSF? No one? Woo! And then 3 years later, January 17th, 2021, it was a Sunday, I said hi to David on a video call. And David said, I think I'm going to propose. And since then, I've been thinking about what to say in a moment like this. And I come back to, what do these two wonderful people that many of you know both of, some of you only know one of, what do these wonderful people have in common? And I come back to this word, hi. You can actually think there's an H and an I. And in this case, for the H, they have a few things they have in common. How hardworking they are, how humble they are, how heartfelt they are. When I say hardworking, I mean, have you seen people after 28-hour shifts look as fresh as these people do? Have you seen, maybe at Harvard, maybe at Yale, maybe at Berkeley, maybe at UCSF, the sheer capacity of these two to learn and to keep going no matter what? And yet, they have never bragged or boasted once in the time that I've known them. Have you ever seen either of these two brag about anything? I haven't. And how many turtles? Maybe. So why do they do it? Well, it comes back to heartfelt. They do it because it feels like the right thing to do. But, so those are the H words. There's the I words. They also make it look easy. And one way they make it look easy is just the sheer intelligence that they both bring. Let's not mince words. But not just regular run-of-the-mill intelligence. What I think makes David and Shirley, so special, one thing they really have in common is an emotional intelligence, a kind of intuition about what people need, about how to take care of people, something almost instinctual when they enter a room. They know how to make people feel better. And the last I is implicit. One thing that I think is so special about the way they love each other is that there's this inferred connection. It's not big or bold or dramatic, but the haircuts that are given during COVID, or the garlands that are put along the banister of the stairway. So, David, Shirley, you can say hi to each other, maybe at the same time as Bruce. It doesn't have to be before Bruce, but you're saying hi to a life of coming back to each other. You're saying hi to building your dreams together, your dream life together. And you also can keep saying hi to all of these people that are coming to celebrate you. And I just have one request of the people that are here. Would you mind, it doesn't have to be loud, just in the way that you greet someone, to show that you're all here and you all want to spend time with these two. Could you just say with me, hi, David, hi, Shirley, just like that. Hi, David, hi, Shirley, in 3. 1, 2, 3. Hi, David, hi, Shirley. So, say hi to the beautiful rest of your life, you two. And thank you for having us as a part of it.
All right, thank you, Christopher. Next up, we have Shirley's sister, Angela.
Hi. I'm Angela, Shirley's sister, younger sister, for anybody who doesn't know. Going along with the theme, I also have many people to thank. I want to thank everyone for coming to celebrate Shirley and David. It's been so nice to meet all the family and friends who have shaped them to become who they are today. But I've yet to meet the person who has taught David all those Excel spreadsheets. But I'm assuming that he probably came out of the womb making those. Of course, I want to thank my mom and dad for showing Shirley and I every day what a happy, healthy marriage looks like. They have supported us through each life stage and deserve more recognition than words can describe during a short toast. Of course, I want to thank Shirley for putting up with me all these years. Growing up, we actually had somewhat of a rocky relationship. I stole her clothes too often, and for some reason, she never liked that. But despite our childhood squabbles, we actually grew to like each other. We realized that instead of tormenting each other, it was way more fun to team up and torment our parents instead. Sorry, Mom and Dad. But we grew up all right. And today, she is the most beautiful bride I've ever seen and have found the perfect match who loves shenanigans just as much as we do. So most importantly, I have to thank David. If you know anything about Shirley, is that she loves to laugh. If you know anything about David, is that he loves to make people laugh or to be laughed at. I have been the main source of amusement and entertainment for Shirley since the moment I was born. So this is my formal resignation from that role. I am passing the baton to David here. You have large shoes to fill. So cheers to the happy couple. May your marriage always be filled with laughter.
All right, thank you, Angela. Next up, we have close friend of David, Larry.
All right. So I don't usually remember the first time that I meet people, but I definitely remember the first time I met David. It was our first day of college. We lived on the same floor of the same dormitory. And the thing about David is that, there are certain things that you can tell about him right away. Like when I first met David, I knew right away we were going to be good friends. He was friendly, he was earnest, he was an Asian kid with a southern twang, I think, cowboy boots and maybe a cowboy hat, although I don't know if I'm remembering that correctly. Something else you could tell right away about David was that he was going to be a great doctor. And you didn't even need to know his backstory. You could tell because he genuinely wanted to help people, and he never shied away from taking the hard path. I thought I wanted to be a doctor too, so I took a lot of classes together with David, and I think that's how we became such close friends. We struggled through those classes together, and it was in that struggle I got to know David. If I had to pick one word to describe David, it would be relentless. Relentlessly hardworking, relentlessly positive, relentlessly selfless. Those traits shone through when we pulled all-nighters together to finish our chemistry P-sets. No matter how bleak things seemed, David would always be there, ready to tackle a problem together, ready to crack a joke, ready to laugh about our situation. And what were probably some of my darkest times in college are now my fondest memories, thanks to David. Fortunately, those days are well behind me now. Unfortunately, David did actually end up becoming a doctor, so I think he's gotten about 20 hours of sleep since then. Finally, you can tell right away that David's going to be a great husband. And I know that because David is a good person, one of the best that I know. He's dependable, he's honest, he's not afraid to be real with you. David, you taught me what it means to be a friend. You taught me that being a friend means you can be vulnerable around them, you can rely on them, you don't have to go at it alone. I know all of these traits will help David and Shirley navigate their lifetime journey together. I'm so honored to be here today to celebrate the next big step in that journey. You two deserve nothing but all the happiness in the world.
All right, thank you, Larry. All right, next up, we have close friend of Shirley and David, Marissa.
I'm old school, I printed mine. All right. I know. All right. Hi, everyone. For those who don't know me, I'm Marissa, and I was Shirley and David's medical school classmate at UCSF. And despite what David may think, I am Shirley's med school best friend. I also had the unique opportunity of third-wheeling them constantly as their roommate for a year. And so I really had a hard time putting it towards what I wanted to say. And so like any sane person, I started rhyming words, and I ended up writing a little poem, so. All right. In our first year of med school at UCSF, we all met close together our apartments in the outer Sunset. My friendship with Shirley grew over cheese and cracker bachelor nights, on long talks about life, boy problems, and our chili jam plight. We took the wrong bus on our first day of med school, and we spent long nights cramming details about renal tubules. One friend who always had my back and never failed to be there for me. She also always had snacks. It shouldn't surprise you. Her name was Shirley. She's so compassionate, hardworking, humble, and kind. A more supportive and caring friend you won't ever find. Now David, he works hard, but even harder he plays. One summer we bleached our hair together. David, remember your silver-haired days? Joking aside, David is one who always strives for more. During his surgery sub-I, we would often cross paths in the morning at 4. But in our friend group of Star Boys, it soon became clear that Shirley and David were becoming a pair. Over their shared love of Hamilton, ice cream, and turtles, They fed and nurtured their relationship, just like they did Spartle. In little actions, their love showed through, like Shirley always packing David's lunch, or David surprising Shirley with the water bottle she'd wanted off just a hunch. Some days I'd come home to find them both fast asleep at their desks, or I'd hear David sweet-talking Shirley in Shanghainese when she was stressed. In our last year of med school, together the three of us lived, and in the quarantining months of COVID, that truly was such a gift. From mac and cheese to pork rib rice and shepherd's pie, we cooked dinners and watched Avatar together until it was time to say goodbye. From our med school days till now, I've seen how your love and life together have grown, how you constantly support each other, putting each other's needs before your own. May your future continue to be filled with food, friends, and laughter. I can't wait to see how your married life develops after. So everyone, please raise your glass with me to make a toast to two of my dearest friends and the couple I love the most. Cheers! Cheers!
All right, thank you, Marissa. And next up, we have Gorik.
Does anyone remember the alias to their first childhood email account? I do. And as a fellow space fan, alongside David, we've watched The Martian, Interstellar, Star Wars movies together. Mine, back in the day, was obi112@hotmail.com. I was debating between that and Avril Rocks 1992 at AOL.com. Now, for most of us, our email accounts represent something that we outgrow. It's a fantasy, it's an interest, it's something that is a piece of the past. But for one person, and I think you all know who I'm referring to, their email alias is just the perfect representation of who they are. Now, I'm not a Boy Scout, but if I were to have to explain who a U.S. Eagle Scout is, that person would be David. I'm so glad, David, that you have not outgrown that email account. You've brought me so much joy. I was, alongside so many of you, reacting the same way when I first met you and learned about your email account, which was, wait, this? This is your email? I'm glad you kept it. The theme of this wedding is Shirley, it's Sue. 2 S's. And if I had to describe why I feel like this email alias is so appropriate to you, I would say it's also 2 S's. It's the S of selflessness. I'm seeing nods around the table. And it's also something that I think a lot of us can agree on, which is spreadsheets. To anyone who has received an email from useaglescout@gmail.com, you know what I'm talking about. You've probably received a Google Doc. You've probably received a Google spreadsheet. You've probably received a message from him with just the most genuine question, like, hey, I'm organizing an event this weekend. I'd love for you to come. Or, and often, hey, I haven't heard from you in a while. I was just thinking about you. How are you doing? And we all know that when we receive that email from useaglescout@gmail.com, the person on the other side really does mean it. And so when I started thinking about just how genuine David is, I started wondering, who could possibly match someone so fantastic? And I'm so glad that I came across another email alias that has so much more personality than just the typical first dot last name, which is what I have. Shirls1222. Over the course of getting to know the two of you and seeing your journey together. I've had a chance to experience and get a front row seat to your med school couples matching process, the two of you finding a new home, bringing a new dog to your lives, ring shopping. And it's just been so special because I found another two S's from Shirley, which is strength and sincerity. And seeing the two of you and the teamwork that you bring and the love that you've brought to each other has inspired me. And so I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for the front row seat that I've had to your journey together, for the love, for being such good role models to me, for your sincerity, for your strength, for your selflessness, and yes, your spreadsheets. Thank you to the two of you. It's been an honor.
All right, thank you, Gorick. Next up, we have David's sister, Debbie.
Okay, so I will keep it brief because I know I'm standing between you, the cake, and the dance, and everything else that's going to happen this evening. As he said, my name is Deborah Sue. I'm David's eldest sister. I have the good fortune to have two younger brothers. So every time they get married, I am very fortunate because I gain sisters. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. I have now two new sisters. But also we have the good fortune of increasing our family because I have two wonderful role models that have raised stellar young ladies, as you guys all know. So thank you very much to the parents, George and Vivian. I think I stand up here today also as a representation of our father, David's father, my brother Francis, who had a little young man that, unfortunately, this is past his bedtime, so he has gone home, Nathaniel. But a little bit about David growing up. He was our father's little man, and he's grown up to be a very young but very promising adult man, so I'm very proud of him. My father would have loved any party, loved enjoying celebrating, and to miss this party, he really, this would have been something very momentous to him, and he would have been very proud and very pleased to have met you, Shirley, and know that you're part of our family. So thank you for choosing us, for choosing to be part of the Sue family. From the standpoint of Nathan and everyone else that's having an opportunity to speak tonight, I didn't have the opportunity to be with David as he was growing up, much of his young life. So it is very refreshing to know he has such wonderful friends, such a great support group, that all of you have spoken about what it takes to be a good person, to be a good husband, to be a good father, friend. So I ask all of you, as many people have done here tonight, please support this young couple. Please be there for them. They enter this journey with bright eyes and dreams and fortune ahead of them. And I just want all of you to be there to please be their friend, be there in kindness, be there to help them when they need help, lend a helping hand. And I would say raise your glasses and join me in celebrating and congratulating David and Shirley.
All right, thank you, Debbie. One more round of applause for all of our toasters, ladies and gentlemen. All right, now I'd like to invite David and Shirley up to say a few words.
Lots of technical difficulties.
Yeah. If anyone sees Shirley's phone, please let her know.
Gosh, this is just incredibly surreal to us that after months and months of planning, we finally have all our most beloved friends and family in the same room. And I just keep looking out at the crowd and trying to take mental photographs of this beautiful scene. And from the bottom of my heart, from our hearts, we are so grateful that you guys have taken the time and racked up all those airline miles to come and celebrate this very special day with us. There are a couple of individuals and groups that I would love to thank, and first and foremost, as always, is my family. The love that I have for you guys really is indescribable, and I have nothing but the utmost love and respect and gratitude for supporting me and David all of these years, for all those home-cooked meals, and for DoorDash, now rebranded as George Dash. I guess I'll just go in chronological order. After my family comes my family friends, who probably represent the largest demographic here at our wedding tonight. We all share a similar background of being first generation Chinese Americans with immigrant parents. We all know immigrants get the job done. And the epic card games and those extravagant potlucks will always hold a very, very special place in my heart. We were siblings and we grew up together to the point where we would all wear the same clothes because our moms shopped at Costco together. Next is my middle school friends. We had the incredible privilege of growing up in Shanghai together, and I will always remember all the class clowns and the silly pranks and all those karaoke sessions that we shared together. Thanks so much for being here. And then high school, to Xiao and Sophie, you guys have honestly been a rock for me. You have really seen me through all the ups and downs, so thank you for always being there. And at the same table, we have the House of Dilsh, my college roommates. Somehow we managed to get through all of college as 5 girls squeezed into a 2-bedroom apartment with 1 bathroom, and and we made it. You guys are such an incredible, strong group of women, and you truly inspire me. And then, last but not least, UCSF, our medical school family. You guys saw the love between David and I grow and become what it is today, and there are just no words to describe how much that means to me. I think I'll leave it at that. I can't wait to dance with you guys.
That was beautiful, Shirley. My gosh. And you did that from memory. I would also like to take a quick moment to thank a few deserving folks. And then we'll get to the dancing. My mom, Lisa, you had the Herculean task of raising me. What most don't know is that she did it as also a first-generation Chinese immigrant, a cancer survivor, and also a single mother. And despite all the odds and adversities we endured, these events served as catalysts for profound reinvention. From your tenacity, thoughtfulness, and sacrifice arose the mold that fashioned who I am today. So as often as you say that I am, you are, in fact, the miracle. I yearn to someday be that beacon for those around me that you continue to be for me. I also want to thank George and Vivian as well. You have been absolutely incredible. Your weekly delivery of delicious, home-cooked Chinese meals throughout med school is second only to the undying love and support you've continued to show both Shirley and me throughout these years. You have both set an incredibly high standard for what outstanding parenting looks like, and I hope Shirley and I can fill those shoes. To my siblings, Francis, Debbie, Ryan, Natalie, and Nate, for always looking out for me and looking over my shoulder, sending me gifts and guiding me in the right direction. And of course, recording every embarrassing moment so you can share with Shirley. That's fine, I guess. To our bridal party, of course, this event was akin to planning a destination wedding, and without your help, it would not have happened. To my groomsmen, to Chris, for 12 spectacular years of friendship, you are the paragon of kindness and conscientiousness, and I am so, so lucky to know you. To Patrick, for challenging my status quo at all times. You always seem to ask the right questions at the right time when I need to hear it. Thanks for keeping me hungry. And speaking of hunger, to Ian, for reminding me that when the times get tough, I'll always have a friend with whom to bake brownies, play FIFA, and drink gallons and gallons of milk a single week and develop lactose intolerance. To Nathan, for your spirituality and unwavering charisma. Your selflessness is second to none. And I know people say selflessness for me, but Nathan, you have truly, truly inspired me. To Gorick, for your inexplicable ability to pull people up around you together, myself included, and your ability to seize every opportunity to introduce yourself at a networking event. It's uncanny. To Larry, for always being the yes person. Your spontaneity and free spirit demeanor is unbelievable. I'm so, so happy to know you. And to Brighton, for being the best listener anyone can ask for, of which that has kept me grounded throughout medical school. Thank you. They say that you are the product of your closest friends, and if that were true, then please count me one of the luckiest. And to Shirley's family friends, 我跟他讲，我天天为的回去打瓜炉子，有一天我会得跟同龄嘅搭檔啊。And to wrap this up, because we're all tired of speeches, we are enormously grateful to everyone who can make it today. It's been a true privilege to have all of you here, and we couldn't be standing here today without the altruistic footprint and the indelible mark you've all left on our lives. Thank you so much, my friends. Be brave, stay wild. We love you all. Please enjoy the night. Let the dancing begin.